Today I'm working in a friend's house doing a few little jobs to finish off some things that she started some time ago. It's mainly two of these alcove units that she built. I helped fit them a few months ago, but as you can see, they're missing the tops, they're missing the infills down the side and the plinths. My job today is to cut all those and fit them, and then she can carry on painting. And here's my basic cutting list to work from for each side of the alcove. I'm going to head outside and cut some MDF down and start joining bits together. So I'm back inside now, and I've cut various pieces of MDF to do all this work. These will go down the sides and fill the gaps in. I've got some plinths in here somewhere as well, the long bits there. A lot of work going on in this room as it is. Yeah, more bits for the fillets on here. And on the tops you might have seen I cheated a bit. To get a double thickness I've used, so you've got one solid piece on top, you're going to see, with no joins. Underneath I just put some bits in to fill it in, make up the thickness. You're never going to see this side when it's all installed. On the back here I left it a bit narrow because when you're going to scribe against the back of the wall, it's easier to cut through one thickness of MDF than it is to cut through two. And as you might have seen as well, I put a 6mm strip of pine on the front because it looks a bit nicer and it's much easier to paint than like raw MDF. Should be a nice finish in the end. And the best part is, I am not painting this. I'm going to be using a brand new jigsaw to make these cuts. It's the Makita 18 volt. It's nice to finally have the complete set of cordless tools. And my nail gun, you might have seen, Brad Nailer, is branded Lumberjack. About 130 quid in the UK. Not bad at all. It's quite heavy. I can't show you that on camera, but it is quite heavy. It would take 50mm Brad's 18 gauge. Fires them in quite well. I've had no issues with it so far, apart from the weight. That's it. And it is much cheaper than the Makita ones that are sort of 300 quid plus. Wouldn't have some of those have mixed reviews as well. But yeah, I'll see how long this lasts. Whether it's 1 year, 2 years, don't know. But it seems fine so far. Alright, the first infill piece. What I've done here is I've clamped it in place so that it's parallel from the front edge to the front edge of the cabinet. This is nice level and plumb, by the way. And it's pretty flush on top of here as well. Now we look down the side, and there's a gap. It's wider at the top than it is at the bottom, so I set my compass, a pair of compasses, to the widest gap, then bring that down with the point against the wall, pencil on the surface, and that's given me a line that I can cut to, and that should be a pretty good fit even around the skirting. Let me correct myself there. You can see this is quite far forward of the cabinet, so with that all touching there, I want to bring this forward. The front of the doors will be in line with that line there, so I want to cut off that much. Okay, see how it looks. Not perfect, but pretty good. Probably refine a few areas just there to get it in a bit tighter. And I've got this weird shape to go in behind here.